Good to see you. For those of you that don't know, I just got out of a little Google Hangout with some of our friends. I got to see Logan and I got to see Luca and I got to hear from Mara, which was so fun. But I also met a new friend in that chat. Her name was Giselle and she's 3 years old and she's so adorable and so fun. And she asked me if I could read a book about Humpty Dumpty. And I only have one book about Humpty Dumpty. It's called After the Fall, but I figured I could read it for her because she asked me nicely. So this is After the Fall by Dan Santat. Skipped a couple pages there. After the Fall. Got an email, hang on, gotta answer that. And we're back. Okay, so my name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know, it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. Let's make an inference real quick about Humpty. What do you think? What do you think's going on with him? Make an inference in your brain. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. Looks like he's got all the boring cereals down here and he wants these, but he'd have to climb the ladder and he's too scared of heights. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. Seems like somebody's a little scared. I would be scared too if I fell. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. Did I skip the page? No. But day after day, I kept trying and trying. Until I got it just right. That's a pretty cool plane. I think it's a bird airplane, which is even cooler. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. Oh, another email. Hang on. Pausing. And we're back. Okay. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Can you see the picture? Yes, okay. Unfortunately, accidents happen. If I put this over my face, does it look like it's my face? I'm not silly. They always do. Uh-oh, it looks like his plane flew over the wall. And there's only one way to get it. I wonder if he's gonna get it. I almost walked away again. But then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. So over there, he's looking at the wall. He's going to climb it. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. Sorry, my cat's being cuckoo. There he is. He made it. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully, you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. I hope when you fall down, you get back up and practice overcoming your fears. Look, I see some pieces of eggshell here. What do we think happened to my friend Humpty Dumpty? I see wings. Looks like he might have done something. What do eggs do? They hatch and learned how to fly. So Humpty Dumpty became the egg who got back up again and learned how to fly. That was for you, Giselle. I hope you loved the book. And my Hearty Helpers, I hope you loved hearing the book again. If you have any book suggestions that you want me to read for you, let me know, because I'm all about reading books and I would love to read you some books while you are at home and until we can get back to school. Love you, miss you. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.